Hey everybody, Mike Stroud with Morganton Live. Excited to be here with my good friend Rossi Kraft, all the way up from Rock Hill, South Carolina. He's been with us doing everything that we've been doing. We're at the Burke Arts Council in Deborah. He's got speakers going in here. We're excited about that. But she's letting us use us to do things out here till we get ready at Morganton Live, and so we're excited about that. We love working in conjunction with people. Rossi's all about that. He told me that from the very beginning. We've tried to do everything here. We want everybody working together and events to work together. So we're thankful for that kind of relationship.
Yeah, it's a unique opportunity that we have where there are so many partners that we could collaborate with to just bring this all together and bring the absolute best result for Morganton and the surrounding counties.
Yeah,
I think that when you bring good people together, and you can't help but be successful.
that's right.
And the thing about it is that a lot of people just need to jump on board and realize that it's time. I mean, if you don't do it now, when is it going to get done?
That's right. Yeah, it's a time issue. You're exactly right.
But right now, with all the things that's happened in the past few months, and especially with the weather and God's plan, it always puts you in a different season, and it's how you pick yourself up from the worst time is what's going to be the gauge of how we move forward.
Right.
So what I think is we have an opportunity for people that suffered in this to have a position to better themselves and to come out of this, because Mike, I mean, the suffering right now is just incredible.
Yeah, I know.
And me coming up here, just looking at all the trees that are down, it's just, you don't really think about it. You see it on TV, but it really just don't hit home.
You get disconnected.
You get disconnected, and you don't realize that when you come up here, some people need to. If you want a wake up call, come up here and see what is happening and what the struggle is. But that to be said, that certain people hit a point in their life is not one way to go, and that's back up.
That's back up.
So that's what we're hoping to bring to the table is opportunities.
That's right.
Bring education. And give equal opportunity to everyone that wants to be involved with this. This is not about who has the largest pocketbook. This is about who has the largest heart,
Right.
and who has the most creativity. We want to find those creative people and give them an avenue. To be successful.
That's right. I think, Ross, you're just talking on that very note you're talking about. We've seen through Hurricane Helene, everybody that's pitched in. And I think now's a time for, that people really coming together, like you're saying. They're getting more in tune with themselves. And music is and the arts is such a vital part of that. That's an expression. And, we got to have the total man. We got to have total rebuild, not only of our homes and our lives, but the music and the arts and all that play such a role in that.
Well, I think what we're missing is, I call it back to basics.
Yeah.
And the old saying holds true that when words fail, music speaks.
Yes.
And the thing is, I think universally, music is the common denominator and also the equalizer, Mike.
Yeah, right.
I mean, without music, imagine a world without music. Where we all don't have to have the same language. We don't have to have the same upbringing. We don't even have to have the same financial situation, but we can relate to music.
Right.
And I think that people that are the creative types just want to be heard.
That's right.
And people that can't speak for themselves can speak through their creativity, through their artistic gifts, through their musical gifts.
Exactly.
So I think when you unleash that in a form where not only accepted, but it's supported,
right,
then what you get into is a great situation that can go anywhere but a good outcome.
I'm hearing people already, Rossi, just talk since they've heard the speakers. Your speakers are incredible here at the Burke Arts Council and also at Morganton Live. Just the one speaker, that one speaker, I'd put that one speaker up against a set of speakers from anybody else. But people are already getting excited because there's going to be more stages, more places, just like you're talking about, more places for people to express themselves. Right now, people don't really have a stage or an outlet where they can come and do something.
I mean, even grassroots, this don't have to be a Taj Mahal for it to work.
Right.
The correct formula is just to have a space where people can come and fellowship through music.
Yeah.
And they can get together and be creative in an environment that is conducive to their well-being, not just musically, but spiritually and holistically.
Right.
Because I'll never forget. One of the first things I learned is music is a great medicine.
Oh, absolutely.
Music can put you in a good mood, a sad mood,
Yeah.
a glad mood. Music just don't stop.
That's right.
And what I
Connects.
think is that the alternatives right now, and I don't want to get on a too down a road of not goodness, but if that's a word,
Sounds good to me.
but where there's drugs now,
Yeah.
where there's alcohol now, where there's vices now,
Right.
where there's pain and suffering now, music can fix that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I read an article about music therapy.
Oh, yeah.
You can go into a nursing home and you can play a song to someone who has never responded to any words, and it gives them, they start moving.
Yeah.
They start enjoying.
Yeah.
In other words, that's what we need to do, is we need to break down the wall now,
Right.
where we think we can just throw money at anything and get a result.
That's right.
Money don't fix anything.
That's right. It's-
Actions are always going to speak louder
Yeah.
than words, and people have to come together as unified.
yeah. Well,
If we don't unify, we are divided.
and we are. Yeah, people are feeling that now, though, Rossi. People are feeling there's time for connection. There's time to be united. Everywhere I go, even in this political season that I'm in, with county commissioner here in Burke County, I've got so many friends. I look at everybody as friends. I don't look at everybody as Republican. It's the same way in church. I don't look at, when I come across seeing you, I don't say if you're Baptist or, Methodist, Lutheran or whatever. I know that you're a God-fearing person and we can connect in those kind of ways, but people don't know how to connect anymore. And we've got to be able to reach people and touch in those kind of ways.
Well, part of the problem is part of the solution.
Yeah.
And that's the invention of the cell phone.
Right.
We've got into a society that won't look you in the eye anymore, Mike. We got into a society that depends on that more than they depend on whether they got food on the table.
I know.
We got people that, I'm not against technology,
Right.
but I'm against technology ruling your life.
Right.
In other words,
Rossi already cut me out on my robot.
yeah, well, that's another
another
show.
subject.
That's another show. Yeah.
But yeah, I know you.
But
Personal touch.
what I'm trying to say is that I see more kids nowadays
I know.
that they can be sitting beside each other and texting each
Yeah,
other.
I know.
I mean, we're losing the golden gift that God gave us, and that's a voice.
Yeah,
And looking somebody in the eye.
yeah, I know.
And I think what it's doing is it's making people get into a mode of non-communication.
That's right.
So if there's no communication, you can't expect any result
That's
doing the
right.
same. Don't expect a different result if you're doing the same thing.
That's right.
So what's happening is that we want to bring into light inclusivity.
Yeah,
Inclusivity.
we're
What's the
using
word?
big words today, like
too many
watermelon.
words. Inclusivity.
Right.
So basically, what that means is that it's not about your background. It's not about your status.
Right.
It's not about your race. It's not about your religion. It's about a common thread
Yeah.
that pulls people together and gives them an outlet
Right.
that can bring them joy,
Right.
peace, and have a place.
Right.
Because there's so many people lost these
Yeah.
days. And they're lost because there's no options.
Yeah.
They've got, I think about, sometimes we don't realize the advantages we have over certain countries. Like in China, you're born in a city
Yeah.
that makes one product.
Right.
You already know what you're going to make,
Yeah.
where you're going to work, and that will be your life.
Yeah.
With all the opportunities and all the liberties that we have and all the choices we have, I think we lose the blessing of what we can do.
Right.
And I think that everybody can play a role in what we're doing with Morganton Live.
That's exactly it, Rossi. That's kind of been my heart from the very beginning. It takes all of us, and you've been a big part of that. Yanni's been a big part of that, and a lot of people here locally, they're waiting to connect. People are, they're waiting for something, Rossi. They're waiting for something that we can show them. Something you haven't seen. It's nothing different. It's like you said, but yeah, there's no enthusiasm. Everybody's gonna be dancing in the street. I keep laughing and talking about this, and I believe that. I believe our best years are ahead. I believe our kids haven't seen the things things we can come up with and do, but we got to do it collectively as a group and as a community, as a family, moving together with one another, communicate with one another, helping one another, unite it. You know, if you're blind laying in the ditch, it don't matter what color person comes by to take you out, right? You just glad somebody's taking you out.
Well, the main thing is we want to lift people up.
There you go.
I think right now we're in a society and we're in a world that thrives on putting people down, tearing down people, tearing down. I mean, right now, I'm not getting too political, but I think I've never seen so much negativism in a presidential race in my life. To me, it's just who throws the most mud at which wall,
right?
And that don't help people.
Sure,
that don't communicate anything. I won't go as far as say as hate, but negativity spawns negativity.
I know, man.
And I've always tried to live my life as a positive person.
Yeah, me too.
I never see the glass. I used to have a saying that if the glass has a drop of water, it's half full to me.
Yeah.
Give me something to work with.
Give me something to work with.
If you give me something to work with, we'll have a positive outcome.
Yeah, that's the main thing there.
But I think that's what we're doing is we're trying to do this grassroots, not from the top down, but from the bottom up.
That's right. That's right. Everybody can come on now.
Yeah, this is the prime time to get on the ground floor.
That's right. And it's exciting.
I always said that anybody can go from the outhouse to the penthouse.
Well, if you see what we've done over at Morganton Live, now everybody's not real familiar with it yet because we haven't seen it. It's out 1110 Carbon City Road, but we're connected with the whole group over there. Carbon City Center, we got the antiques place, we got the powder coating, we're going to be doing the steel trusses, and we're going to be doing all that in the back, which is going to be another arm. We're all about providing homes and barndominiums for people and building the community up right here in Morganton, Burke County, those kind of things. That's what we're doing over there, and providing an outlet, a place where people can fellowship and have that outlet like you're talking about.
Well, I believe that all this starts from the inside, but I think where we've lost vision is when we turn to Amazon to fix our problems. Mm-hmm. Everybody's on Amazon. Everybody's on Walmart.com. Everybody's on the .com, and we forgot about the cities that need the help the most.
Yeah.
And the master plan of Morganton Live is to bring manufacturing back.
That's right.
Not reinvent it.
That's right.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Because that's what we need is we have at the end of the day, we'll have room for skilled labor, unskilled labor. We're going to have training. We're going to teach.
Yeah.
We're not just going to say, hey, this is, you can work for us.
Right.
Work for yourself through us.
That's the whole key right there, Rossi.
That is what you need to do.
Yeah.
And we want to allow that opportunity because I think that's missing.
That's what I'm all about, Rossi. You hit it right on the head there. I like being a dream maker. Help other people get what they want, and it's going to work out.
Well, nothing satisfies me more than to help someone who never even had a thought that they could do anything, and then you unlock their gift.
Yeah,
I that's what I say is my dream is for somebody to realize their gift and use it.
Yeah,
and I think everybody has a gift.
Yeah.
I don't care where you come from, where you live, who you are. You have a gift.
Right.
What we want to do is identify those gifts and nurture that into something. You'd be surprised. I think the sky's the limit, and the only one that can hold you back is yourself.
That's right. I'm excited just knowing the people here in town. There's so many musicians, Rossi, so many people that are so talented. I really believe number one songs are going to come out of here from what we're doing. I believe your speakers all over the world. I believe, not only what we're doing, but just because our hearts are in the right place. For this time in history, we have a concern for mankind, our friends, our neighbors in this generation, and we want everybody to come up, like you're saying.
Well, and that takes me back to this whole situation with the hurricane.
Yeah.
Is that you don't have to be in a hurricane. You don't have to be in Western North Carolina to be drowning in your life.
That's right.
And I think what we're trying to do is save everyone from drowning in their situation.
Yeah.
Because it's not, money's not flying out of the sky.
That's right.
But there's an opportunity here for us to create something that not only can employ people, but something that lets people use their gifts.
Yeah.
And I think that's a key to life. I think about all the educated people that are going to other places when they could learn a great skill and
Right.
trade here.
That's right.
And bring the community together to support that. It's sad that the only time you see anyone is when there's like a little festival or there's like a little everybody comes out for that. And the sad part is because it's free. If you charge tickets for that, I guarantee you there wouldn't be as many people there.
You're right on, Rossi. So many people need those connections, and that's what we're going to offer. We're going to offer hope for people. We're going to bring people up, and like you said, it seems like to me so many people are walking around like a zombie right now. People feel heavy. They feel like, golly, is there any more goodness? And I think we're going to create just a beautiful atmosphere that people are going to say, wow, I just didn't realize life could be this good. It could sound this good. I could experience it this good, enjoy life the way God made it to be. Really, it can be goodness right here among us.
Well, I just think that everyone is only limited by themselves.
Yeah.
And you either, here's a Rossiism if you want a Rossiism, but I always say that every day you need to make a decision. Are you waiting to die or living?
Yeah.
Because I think that's a decision. First thing in the morning when I get up,
Yeah.
I decide I'm going to live.
Yeah.
But I think situations are so bad for people. And like you said, the opportunities are very slim
Right.
for the person who, A, can't afford it, B, has never had the opportunity to do it,
Right.
and C, there's not an outlet for it.
Right.
So what we're trying to do is pull all those three elements together and say that, really the sky's the limit. I mean, I look at my background. I mean, I have zero formal training in what I do.
Right.
But if you want something bad enough, it's achievable.
Exactly. It's in your heart.
So and once it's in your heart and you define, you figure out your gift, it's up to you to use it.
I think that's where we missed it in so many areas, Rossi. And I'm the same way. I'm an autodidact. I didn't even know what that was at first till Adrian told me. But, you're always a self-learner. You're self-taught. You got a vision. You got a heart. You run after it. When you do that, man, I think all the people need to really be taught that way. Everybody's trying to find where they fit at, what's their gifting, and if you reveal that in a person and help them run with that, they'll always run with that, and they'll be good at it.
I think our society is about suppression over optimizing someone's ability.
Yeah.
We want to keep people down.
Yeah.
We don't want to raise people up.
Right.
Because I guess everybody's in fear of someone outclassing them, outdoing them.
Yeah.
But you have to erase that mentality
Yes.
if you really want to achieve anything in life.
Exactly.
And the thing about it is that if you want to see, I look at it like, think of us as children.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
A child is moldable.
Mm-hmm.
A child is a product of their environment.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to break that habit when you don't have an opportunity to break the habit.
Right.
So what you think is you say, well, I don't count. But everyone counts.
Everybody counts.
And that's what we're going to say. No one's going to be left behind, and it's going to be for everybody, by everybody, and to everybody.
Yeah. Well, the ones that's always been different in my life, Ross, has always been the ones that's blessed me or they stood out, and people are different for a reason. And if you can notice that, sometimes they're the Stevie Wonders or all those kind of things.
Well, I think there again, you're talking about gifts that have been recognized and used.
Yeah.
And truly they all capitalized on their gift.
Right.
I mean, I look at children in schools and stuff where they're working so hard to take things out,
right,
instead of adding things in.
Right. Yeah.
Because between all a kid's got a chance for is school and their parents.
That's right.
And if they don't get the support at home,
right,
they need a place to get the support. Yeah. And I think people need that in general.
You
need a place that you feel comfortable, you feel happy, you feel included.
Yeah.
And I think that's, if I had to write a bylaw for Morgan Alive, it's everything for everyone.
There you go. That's right.
That's where I see it.
Yeah, well, it is a spiritual home for people, and because they connect, it's fuel, it's food for their soul.
Well, I think about your past with youth ministry, and how many people I've run into that only know you as really such a positive impact on their life that they owe some of them owe what they are because of you, Mike.
Wow.
And I think when you bring that element into this process, it don't matter what you know, it's what's your heart.
Right.
And your heart has always been a giver, a nurturer, and always a problem solver.
Right.
You know, and I think when you get down to the least common denominator, it's about love, peace, and caring.
Right.
And if I can, and that basically describes you in
Wow.
a sentence.
Wow.
You've always impressed me with how you carried yourself. You've always impressed me with what you've done for others. And most of the time it was in the most selfless way, that it was never about you. So I think when you put like-minded people together like that, it can't help but provide opportunity, nurturing, and also building up people to a point where they want to be included and they want to count.
Right.
You know, like the votes is coming up.
Yeah.
Every vote counts.
It does.
And every voice counts.
It does.
But we'd love to have some feedback from everybody out there.
Yeah.
Because I think, you know, if you've got an idea, don't let it just stay in your mind.
Yeah.
Bring it to the table.
Express it. Yeah.
Express it,
might be the
and
next
you know
idea.
that, you know, I think one time I had a saying where my job is to make others' dreams come true.
Yeah. There you go.
And to be a dream maker, it has to start with an idea.
That's right.
And an idea without a plan is a wish.
That's right. That's right.
We don't wish.
We don't wish.
We make things happen.
That's right.
So I'm excited. I'm excited about the future. I
Yeah,
appreciate the
exactly.
opportunity. Anytime I'm up here, I'm glad to do this, to get the message out. And, you know, I'm easy to find. If you Google Rossi Craft, I'm the only one in the world.
That's right.
So you know, and I'm open arms,
Yeah.
open arms.
Well, I'm excited, Rossi, and thank you for that compliment. That was heartfelt, and that really touched me. And I try to live that way. And you know, and me and you are both alike, and because we just want the best for each other and for our community and those around us. And we're excited about what's taking place here at Morganton Live. And once again, want to thank Deborah down here at the Burke Arts Council, and excited about all the things she's got going on and the things that we're doing here. And Rossi's speakers being in here is going to be off the chain. So visit us at morgantonlive.com and connect with us. And, you know, we're going to be doing a lot of things. So we're looking forward to working with you.
Thanks, Mike.